Season of the Hunt just kicked off in Destiny 2 Beyond Light, and we have a new seasonal activity to get into. So this is a little different from previous seasons, and my initial first impressions are really good. It brings back playlist activities into focus, plus adds a little bit of Monster Hunter. So the following is a guide for how to do the Wrathborn hunts in Destiny 2 Beyond Light. And don't forget, if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button down below for all the latest Destiny 2 content, and turn on notifications by hitting that bell. So first things first, an Osiris has been hanging out on the moon, and it's time to go and rescue him. This season, Xivu Arath, the Hive God of War, is trying to forge an army, and it's down to us to stop her. Osiris has been investigating on the moon, and his ghost Sagira was destroyed. Osiris is on his final life, and without his ghost, he better be careful. And if you missed the story on that one, then Bungie has some great lore on their website. Anyways, back to the Wrathborn hunts. First of all, you want to run through the story mission and follow Osiris to the moon, and you'll see his marker on the map, and it's called Trail of the Hunted. Select that and get into the mission. So run through as normal and kill as much as possible until you see the cutscene with Osiris.
You're here! Finally! Is it done? Calm down to Osiris!
We warned you it was going to be dangerous down here, especially for the ghostless. I'm glad to see we're all okay, though. I'm Glent, by the way. It's a pleasure to meet you all. Go on. Introduce yourself.
They call me the Crow. My boss wants to see you.
Impossible.
Yes, Prince Uldren is back, and this time he's a guardian, and he's called Crow. He's also working with Spider on the Tangled Shore, and next up you go and speak to Spider, and Spider is gloating about how he's got Uldren wrapped around his little finger, and then he asks you to go and see Crow in his workshop, which is a new little area at the back of Spider's hideout. Crow asks us to help out with the Wrathborn, and they're fallen-like creatures under the control of Xivu Arath. Crow asks for help and gives us a lure. So the lure is going to be all important, as this is going to allow us to first of all start a Wrathborn hunt, and second of all we can target farm our gear and perks too. So first up, let's have a look at the Cryptalith lore. So pick up the lore from Crow, and it's on the table behind him, and once you've got the lore you can inspect Crow's inventory. So we can rank up at Crow by handing in seasonal currency called Recon data, and we give him 30 to start off with to get things going. So hover over the increased reputation icon and hand in some Recon data to level up. And while you're here you can pick up the bounties too. So next up, let's have a look at the Cryptalith lure upgrades, and when you rank up you're going to get a reward, and I got the grenade launcher called the Deafening Whisper. So now you've leveled up to rank 1, you can upgrade the lure, so hover over the lure mods and upgrades and inspect it. So in your lure upgrades you'll see that the first Hive rune has been unlocked, and this is for Reputation Boost 1. So hover over this and acquire it, and then you're instructed to continue to level up the lure by increasing the rank, and more on that in a little bit. So next up, let's have a look at the Cryptalith lure charges, and now you've got an upgraded lure, you need a lure charge to start a Wrathborn hunt. You can get these by going into strikes, crucible and gambit matches. So at this point I completed a strike and it gave me a full charge. So make sure you go back and pick up the specific bounties that match your activity. So for example, I picked up the strike bounties from Zavala in the tower. Once you finish the activity, you should have a full lure charge, which is another seasonal currency needed to start the Wrathborn hunts. So now you've got a charge, you want to configure that lure. So next up, let's have a look at configuring the Cryptalith lure with a charge, and this is the fun part, and many of you will recognise this kind of system from the Chalice of Opulence. It asks us to insert a prey mod, a trophy mod and a trophy mod too. So hover over the lure and inspect it in your quest tab, and you should see the 3 mod slots. And you'll see the lure upgrades here too, but at the moment we just want to focus on the mods. In the Prey mod slot, you have 4 options, but only 2 are available at the moment. So there's a choice here between armor and a weapon, so it's up to you what you want to go after. I chose the weapon, but feel free to choose whatever works for you and apply your choice into the mod slot. Then you want to select the trophy mod slots, and these are empty at the moment, but will come in handy later on once we've ranked up a little bit through Crow. So apply all 3 mods into the 3 slots, and then it's time to start the hunt. So next up, let's have a look at how to do a Wrathborn hunt. So now you've configured the lure, head on over to the Tangled Shore and you'll see a new icon on the map. So set a waypoint if you need to and make your way over there on your Sparrow, and you'll see one of the hive things from the first mission. And when you get up close, it will say interact, and here you want to place the lure. Once the lure is placed, enemies will appear around you and want to get their energy down as much as possible. There's a yellow glowing one, and if you kill that one, they're going to drop a pool of yellow glowy stuff, and that'll help you damage the Wrathborn. When their energy is really low, something new happens, they start to run. Where the enemy disappeared, they should leave a marker and it will say begin tracking. So what you want to do here is interact with that, and then here you want to check on the floor and you'll see some yellow glowing tracks. It's a little bit like Monster Hunter when you're in a battle. So follow the tracks to locate a beacon and then interact with that to finish the fight. And in the final part of the battle, you want to kill that first Wrathborn, although unfortunately they're replaced with an even more powerful one, and it's time to get to work on them. Again, you'll see some enemies with yellow glowing stuff around them, kill them, and again they'll drop a pool of yellow glowy stuff, and you want to stand in that to damage the boss. And if you don't do this, you're not going to be able to do the damage, so here there are a pinch of raid mechanics. So kill the ads, damage the boss, eventually kill him, and hopefully you'll get the loot you wanted drop at the end. And I got myself a Corsair's Wrath, which is a linear fusion rifle, and I got an armor trophy mod all-rounder. So the drop was pretty powerful, at least a few levels above what I was at before, so this is going to be a great activity to get towards 1250 and 1260. So once you're done, go and speak to Crow once again to finish up the introduction quest to the Wrathborn hunts, and then it's just a matter of rinsing and repeat. So go out there, charge up your lure in Gambit, Crucible and Strikes, store up to 3 charges, and then focus the loot on what you want to get. What you want to do at this point is run a few Wrathborn hunts and try and rank up the lure as fast as possible, as it opens up more options like Hive Wrathborn hunts and pinnacle rewards for Crows Weekly, which is going to be really useful indeed. Well, that is it. That is the seasonal activity for Season of the Hunt, and so far I really like it. It's different from the public event mechanics that we've been doing over the past 12 months, and it mixes in the playlist activities, offers a bit of variety, which is really nice. And if you haven't got Season of the Hunt, then I definitely recommend it. The story plus the activities are really cool, and I know there's definitely a lot to do right now in Destiny 2 Beyond Light, but man, it's an exciting time to be a Destiny fan. And just before we go today, I wanted to let you know about some merch I've launched. There are a bunch of t-shirts, hoodies, socks and stickers, and also masks available, and there's a custom pixel art logo design for This Week in Video Games, plus a glitched out version too. All are available in a range of colours and sizes, so if you enjoy This Week in Video Games content and want to support the channel, then consider buying some of the merch. Links to the store are down below, but now let's get back to the video. Well, let me know down in the comments what you think of the Wrathborn hunts, and that is it for this guide on how to do the Wrathborn hunts in Destiny 2 Beyond Light, and thank you so much for watching. For more Destiny 2 content like this, hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to This Week in Video Games. If you want to join the community, check out the Discord link in the description, or you can follow me on Twitter at TWIVG Podcast. If you enjoyed this video or found it useful, liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, check out the other videos on the channel. Thanks again, and I'll see you on the Tangled Shore.